thought I'd give you an update as to where we've been and what's been happening. Well, Fraser smashed his hand with a brick hammer, doing something simple like putting the tarmac spike in. He smashed his hand, no breakages, nothing wrong, just couldn't move his hand for about a week. My daughter gave me a lovely present, which was the seasonal flu. So this is my second week off now with the flu, and it's absolutely hit me for 6 and more, to be honest with you. And I'm not good at sitting down and just doing nothing, so I've tried to get up and about, but nah, it ain't happening. So consequences of that are on site, trying to keep things going, and that's what you got to try and do, because a business doesn't let you be ill. People have only got a certain amount of time before they lose their patience and start asking when their job's going to be complete and all that kind of stuff. Although the customer we're working for at the moment, Katie, has been absolutely fantastic and really understanding. So some customers are pretty decent and understanding, and some are not. But yeah, so that's where we are with it. I think what I'll try and do is I'll try and take you up on site now and show you where Frey is at, and I'm proud of him. He's done a really good job in taking over the reins. I've left him to it. I've just sat back and not interfered and left him get on with it. He's been relaying stuff back to me and relaying stuff to the customer and just organising everything, organising his days and what he's going to do on certain days, and he's been doing it himself. And like I say, I'm really proud of him. My other son's come in as well just to help me out, so yeah, I'm thankful and proud of him as well. They're working together fantastically. And Finn was away on holiday for a week, and he's come back, and yeah, he's mucking in as well. So I can't complain. And then on the extension job, which again, I'll try and get up and show you what's happening on there. We've had an absolute nightmare on the extension jobs. We had to pull off site for 2 reasons. One of them was we had to get the outside of the house insulated with a render system and an insulation system that's gone up there with a silicon render. That's now been complete. The hip beams, they're in 3 sections of timber. They wanted them changed to steels. Now, they designed them in like a H-beam, a standard H-beam RSJ type system you would use to support a standard wall with, if everybody knows what that is. Look, you know, they got to go up on like an 18-degree pitch. That we can't lift them up there. Can't get a crane on site, it's too narrow. So I came up with the idea of sandwiching the 3 sets of timber with just like rolled steel, like a 20mm thick steel plate bolted together and sandwiched. So the engineer came up with a drawing. Now, it's a bastard hip as well. And I mean that as a term that it is a bastard hip. Not because it's a bastard, because that's the term used for it. Nigel will have to explain in more detail what that is. But the geometry of the roof, either side of the hip, is totally different. And the 2 hips are totally different to each other. So it's all a bit complicated. It all had to be designed. We went on stop for ages waiting for the drawings to come through. Then everybody went on holiday for their summer holidays. The process has been a long one. They've worked so meticulously hard behind the scenes, even with the flu, even coughing my guts up there. I'm talking to people on the phone and trying to get things moving for him. So it's been really difficult, you know, to get the extension moving again. Now, it is moving again. And the problem we had then was the steels got delivered to site. Boys went to put the steels in, I couldn't lift them. They just couldn't lift them. It's just so big. It's just such a big roof and such a big span on that hip, or both hips. Fraser come up with, cut the steels in half. It's gone back to engineering for the approval. They've approved it. So we now lift them up in half instead of as whole, which means we can now lift them. Take you on site and show you what's what with the both jobs. All right, see you there. So you are then. This is the first job that Frey's been working on with the lads. That's started on the porcelain path down the side. He's got the manhole in there, look in the centre, and the rain stopped play. and then this is the driveway. So he's got the base in, all the bases all ready to go. He's got his path edgings in, drainage down there, look, screed rails, and we got the Tobermoor paving we used on the last job to go in. That's this bit, and then he's put a step foundation in this side in preparation for got the bricks there. So yeah, he's doing a really good job. The weather's been against us. It's had an absolute bloody nightmare. Couldn't film. We built half of this under gazebo. It's taken me a day and 3/4 to just build a lot and just get it up done. So I will show you the other job. It's all gobbledygook at the moment because what's happening, my bloody old man's back in hospital again with pneumonia, so I've had that to deal with as well. So I hope he's going to be all right. The drive, Fraser's starting to cut the drive in. We'll backfill this now, so I'll show you. So we're going to put a land drain down there, and I'm going to backfill all this with scalpings and whack it in layers, and then the water, if there's any, will come out in a weep hole down here in this corner. Is in, and I'm back from the dead. Right, I'm up at the extension job. So Nigel, there's Nigel there, my mate, the carpenter. What he's done is he's put these timbers on. Now, being this a bastard hip, the outside one is over, this is higher, so that's how that's worked out. Same thing, pad stones. I built the plate in, and then the guys have come in, welded it, chemical fixed it, bird's mouthed it, and then Nigel's got the same going on here with his bastard hip with the timbers, and then eventually it's all bolted together. So he's down there, he's getting wet. Let's get over there and show you that bit.
Yeah, obviously on this side here, on the ends, it's a bastard hip. Normally on a 45-degree hip, your centre hip rafter would come through the centre there, but because the building's out the square, everything's out the square except the new extension. I have to make sure that my fascias and soffit end there. So this is a dummy profile set up on the floor, which is a 150mm soffit. My fascias will go on there. So that's the centre of my hip there, to make sure that I get fascia and soffit running line all the way around.
Yeah, well, what Nigel's saying is the hip would normally come to the corner there, but it's over this way, look.
Because this is my starting point. This is where I have to. This is a crucial point. This has to be right for the fascia and soffits. 150mm soffit all the way around. 200mm fascia all the way around. They have to end there. Otherwise you're going to have steps in your roof.
Yeah, and then what we had to do with the steel people, so we came up and we set these pad stones in. We didn't want to put two pad stones in, so there was a joint, like a perp joint in it. So the pad stones have been set in concrete, so it's a complete pad stone. There's no joint in it, so they've been set in situ. Nigel put shuttering up, and then what the lads have done, the welders have done yesterday, they've welded up a wedge in there, welded the steel to the pad stone, and then everything is being screwed down, so everything's connected to that, so we can't move anywhere. You can see the bolts there where they've chemical fixed it, and then they've welded the plate to the steel. So yeah, that's that one.
Same this side basically, but because that is a different angle to this angle coming off the building, because that is in the centre of the building, which looks different here. If you can see, we're not sitting exactly on there, but it's different to that side. So yeah, quite a challenge. So this is my critical point, which is the outside of the fascia and soffit. Has to be right there, so we can get a 200mm fascia all the way around. Everything else we just got to work around it. The problem we got later on is, because of the shape of this roof, these common rafters are 17.5 degrees, which is the lowest it can go. So that is a crucial measurement. But because of, I got to make sure that all these line up for the roofer. We've got a 3-inch bird's mouth there. We've got about 2-inch bird's mouth there, and about 10mm bird's mouth over there. So we're going back to the engineers and say, yeah, well, obviously nothing we can do about it. The roof has to be right. We just have to make up underneath when it comes to the ceilings, because it's not going to meet in the corners inside when the ceilings go on.
That's right. So you'll have your roof with these bastard hips. The roof will be level as you see it, right the way across and that way all the way through, and then the discrepancy, what you're saying, will be underneath, when we do our vaulted ceiling, you'll have a discrepancy where it won't be level, which we'll have to pack out somewhat underneath. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah. Because your ceiling lines are not going to line up where the walls meet the ceilings.
Yeah.
They're going to be higher over there to here. So we either pack down or we leave it as it is. And obviously the ceilings are going to be off centre from the corners of the extension, because our ceilings are fixed to the underside of the rafters.
Yeah.
So lots more to come.
Have you slept?
Not much.
No, it's really tricky, isn't it, mate? I mean, the challenge of being able to do it and get it right is the pressure's on, mate, isn't it? And what you do as a trade is, when you care like we do, you tend to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and have these moments where you think, oh, I've got it. It's come to me in the middle of the night. And sometimes when it doesn't come to you, you can't sleep, and it's a real, it really is like a 24-hour job, mate, when it's like this, isn't it?
YouTube bastard hips, and then I follow.
You just YouTube bastard and I come up. So what the lads did with this again, we set this, look. There's you can see there the padstone where Nigel put his shuttering up for us, and the boys came in and they concreted that. You can see that there, the concrete. Looks, it's all one padstone again, and the boys have put a plate underneath these timbers and steels, welded the plate to the steels, and then anchor bolted it straight through. It ain't going anywhere. So that's what the engineer's drawing has said. But it's just been such a long process, mate, isn't it? We've been on stop for weeks and weeks and weeks. There's the white render, look, that you can see that Nathan did with the insulation. He's put insulation on there, and the new silicone render system looks absolutely fantastic. It's a cracking job. New windows are going in. And then we just came to a bloody halt, Nigel, didn't we? Yeah. So you couldn't go off onto another job because you were kind of assigned to this job. So you've had, what, 3 days pay in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a nightmare because you've given your whole heart to this job, haven't you?
Cancelled work to do this.
Yeah, it's a bloody nightmare. So there we are. Okay, Nigel, thank you very much. We're getting wet, so thanks for the explanation, and thanks for all your hard work.
You're welcome, Val.
So there you are then. A couple of days later now, I feel a lot better now. I'm starting to get back to the real world now, which is thankful. So sorry if the video is a little bit boring. Nothing much really to video, to be honest, just more of an update than anything, but I thought I'd share it with you just to say where we've been. So Nigel can carry on with the roof now. That hip, the three timbers that are being screwed together, I kind of pressed the wrong button on the video and it didn't record the critical bits that I wanted it to record. So in a nutshell, right, Nigel's at the why he's had a lot of sleepless nights is those three timbers are all different heights. So if you can imagine the timber on the left hand side of the right hand side hip, the timber on the left hand side of that hip is higher than the timber on the right hand side. It's all for the batten, for the roofer to be able to get the batten on and the roof to be level right the way around. So it's taken a heck of a lot of thinking and organising for Nigel. And to be honest with you, I would like to thank Nigel, because he really has, and no joke, he really has like not gone anywhere else for 3 weeks. We didn't know when the steels were ready. We didn't know when he could get back up on site. We didn't know when the weather was going to allow him. But what we've done is every time he's needed us, we've dropped everything on our job and we've gone up there to help Nigel lift everything in place. And our customer has been really understanding of that. So I'd like to thank her as well. But there's not many people out there like Nigel, is there, that you work with as a subcontractor, like a mate, that will just, you know, get everything hanging on like that and lose money. And that's literally what the guy's done. So he's a real nice lad, is Nigel, and he's a pleasure to work with out there. There is good people out there. Nigel's definitely one of them. So thank you, Nigel. So there we are then. I'll end the video. Please like and subscribe. There's so many people, like over 90% of people who watch the channel not subscribed. So if you could click the button and subscribe to us, that would be really, really appreciative and helpful to the channel. We will sign out and say thanks for watching. And I'm going to end with a smile on my face. And we're going to be positive. And that's what my old man would want. My old man's always positive no matter what he's going through. And he's got Parkinson's and he goes through a lot. And he's always cheerful, he's always smiling, and he's always positive. And that's taught me a hell of a lot. So we're going to end on a positive note and say that everything's going to be okay. and we will see you on the next video. If you've stayed this long, you're a legend. Thank you very much. See you on the next one. Cheers.